Welcome to our island in the Finnish wilderness. It had nothing on it but trees, moss, and rocks. So far, we've made a base camp with a tent platform, outhouse, and a shower. Our goal is to build a log cabin completely by ourselves with no prior experience. We're documenting every step of the way, so join us on this journey of transforming our island.
All right, back at the island, we got a new car, which is nice. It is a lot easier to get here now, and I don't have to borrow a car anymore, so I can just come here whenever I want, which is going to help a lot with the process of making these videos. The goal of this trip is just to fell trees and go. I basically have everything cleaned up and ready to go, so I can just fell, move logs, see how many I can get done. And this trip, I'm actually going to be staying a bit longer than I normally do, probably another 2 nights or something like that. I'm actually not going to be here next week, but yeah, let's get to the island. It's still been warm. It hasn't been cold in a while. This ice is very slushy, but I think it's thick enough to be fine. That being said, it is not nearly as windy as last time, so that should make felling trees a lot easier, and I've got a lot of felling to do, so excited to see how much I can get done now that I'm not debarking and I've got nothing to basically do but fell trees and move them. So hopefully I can get a good dent going in the stack. I'm gonna try getting some of the tips from the old trees and turn them into mini cabin logs, since I didn't have time to do that at the end of last trip, and since it's been so warm, it hasn't really snowed, so I can just kind of uncover what is on them and get those cut up. So there it is. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Tomorrow, I looked at the forecast. It should be really calm, and I'm just going to fell. I'm aiming for, I think 3 is going to be the bare minimum I want to get felled. But yeah, time to get back to the tent. Good thing is, since it's not way below freezing, I can just eat these and not have to heat them up with the heater or something. It is new day. I'm ready to start felling some trees. It is perfectly still out, and I just put a new chain on the chainsaw. I hit the ground a few times yesterday when I was cutting, so that should make it a lot sharper. And I got some little wedges, and I'm excited to try those out because I think it'll be a good thing to just have in the tree, like always when I'm cutting. That went pretty good. This tree next. It looks nice. The only thing is, I don't know how well it shows on the camera, but this one's way higher on the hill. I'm gonna fell it down kind of on top of the other tree. I'm hoping it'll be fine. It's not gonna break it or anything, since there's probably an extra 5 to 10 meters of like incline where it's gonna be like dropping down onto itself. It fell nicely, and it looks like it did snap, but where it snapped is already pretty thin. Right in there, it's broken, and then the tip broke off too. Three trees down. Still have a good amount of time left in the day. There's another one right behind where the camera is I want to do. Then there's another one a little off to the side here. And there's actually two more over there. I think if I can get these all kind of done, that would be a nice chunk. And I mean, at least this batch of, it would be 5, are all pretty close to the same location. So winching shouldn't be too bad. And then I have the 2 down there.
This one felt perfect. Even looking at it, the holding wood looks like a good amount. The first tree I did, the first two trees, I think I went a little too thin on the holding wood. Still ended up being fine. It was actually really easy because there was just a couple smacks with the wedges and it got it to go. But this one felt like I had complete control over the tree because of this, and having both wedges really, really helped. So I am really happy with that. This one is going right down here. You can probably see a little bit of the other logs that I just felt, so should kind of land right on the pile. That's gonna be all the trees I fell for right now. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, even though I'm cutting them. It's like cutting them down is by far the fastest part of the process. So I'm gonna start cutting these to length, get these into logs, get it all prepped so that tomorrow I can come out here and just start winching away and hopefully get all of these logs moved. Ooh. I just leaned on one of these branches and it snapped. And then I fell on a branch stub right on my ass. I got 5 trees down today. They are all cut to length. Tomorrow I'm just gonna be focusing on moving them. I'm hoping I'm getting better figuring out how to move stuff. I can go a bit faster because last time it was what, 3 trees, 4 trees that I moved, and it took me a solid day and a half. So hopefully I can get all 5 of these done. That would be really, really good. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. It's starting to get a little bit dark. I probably could do a bit more, but I have not eaten anything yet today or really drank anything, so I'm getting really thirsty. And I'm gonna head back to the tent, and by the time I get there, it's gonna be dark. So yeah, I'm happy with the progress. I feel like felling the trees is feeling good. This is what I'm gonna try making. I got the store brand chicken flavored noodles, bacon and onion, I guess mashed potatoes kind of thing. And then I actually grabbed a beer this trip, so hopefully the water gets nice and hot this time, especially since it's so much warmer. I'm expecting it to. Yummy powder. This one's got 3 packs in it. Wait, am I supposed to put the... Wait, crap, I think I'm supposed to put this in first. I'll do the potatoes first, okay. It's pretty good. These ones are so much better than the ones I had last time. Like, so much better. This is like some good noodles. This is definitely the best I've eaten here in a while. The beginning, we had a few like pastas and stuff, which were really good. But since I've been coming, definitely the best so far. Well, I'm gonna finish these up. Get ready for bed. It snowed a bit last night. New day. There was, I don't know, maybe an inch or 2 of snow, I guess, that came last night. It looks really pretty because of it. Hopefully the logs aren't too covered. I don't think it will be. Today is winch day, so gonna be a lot of just moving logs. Hopefully I can get all of them done. The pile's back here, and this is where I felled 3 of the trees. They're gonna be my priority first, is moving them. They are all at a pretty nice angle. Like, I think I'm gonna be able to put it on the same tree I was kind of doing earlier, like last trip, and just put the winch facing this direction, and it shouldn't be too bad at all to get them going. And it's downhill. I think honestly the smaller of the 7 meters I can probably just drag myself. I won't even need the winch because of it being downhill and the snow. It's gonna be pretty easy to move, I hope. The other 2 are in a completely different area, and I was looking at them a bit. They're at really weird angles, and I don't know how easily I'm gonna be able to get them over here because there's so many trees in the way. I thought this was gonna be easier to move. All right, now I took the 6-meter rope out, ready to winch some more. Got the log to the pile. Now I just got to get it on the pile. But I'm thinking I get all of these logs down to like here first. And then once I get them here, I can figure out how exactly I want to get them on the thing. I don't think it'll be the most difficult, but I don't think it's going to be easy either. I'm probably going to have to cut those stands down. I'm going to do this one next. Second one is in place. That is 2 of the big ones. Means there's 1 more up there. And the other ones are smaller ones, which I'm thinking with the downhill I can drag. This is the last of the big 7s up here. And as you can see, there's a tree stump that it is kind of stuck on. And then back there's actually a rock. I tried pulling the back out so that I could just get a new angle and pull it down, but I can't get it over the rock. And then on this side, I tried lifting it. I can't get it over this. I'm thinking maybe I could cut this, but I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'll put a piece of wood underneath it. I'm gonna try using like leverage to get it up. I cannot get this one to budge. Otherwise, I don't know. I gotta figure out better ways to lift things. I feel like I'm gonna break my back if I'm doing this all the time. I got the 3 big 7s done, which is the hardest part. I still have those other 2, but like I was saying, I think I'm gonna leave those ones over there and figure out a way to like get them off the ground, because the cabin's going over there. It feels like it would be a waste of time and energy to just drag them over here to dry when I can just lift them off the ground, leave them there, and I'm gonna be using them over there anyway. This pile, it's not getting tall by any means. It's only like 2 layers thick, but there's only space for like a couple more logs before I'm gonna have to start doing the 3rd layer. And it is so hard for me to move these, especially when it comes to lifting them. So I don't think getting a 3rd layer on would be the smartest decision. What I'm thinking to do is, now this log is here behind me, where the butt of the log already is. That's what I was gonna leave there anyway, because this is already lifted up off the ground and it is kind of just stuck in such a weird spot. I wouldn't be able to get it to the debarking station without same thing, cutting down a few trees and all these stumps and stuff. But it kind of works as a perfect drying rack. I can have this side be for the butts, and then I'm thinking if I can lift the tip of these logs up, which should be easier because of the way it is teetering on the other log, I can just lift this up and plop it onto these logs and create like a new layer of drying over here. These are the 3 trees I felled over here. All kind of in their place. I do want to lift these up there, but I think I'm going to do that tomorrow because I want to get something that I can put underneath them in the middle so they don't flex when there's going to be snow on them. I'm going to get ready for Helena to get here. She's coming pretty soon. I want to get the tent set up a little bit. We're going to try using the stove in there. And I have the diesel heater just in case so we can stay nice and warm. I'm going to try and get that ready and then head over to the train station and pick her up. Okay, just got some wood for the fireplace. Got that all set up and it should be ready to be used. Can't wait to see how it goes. I'm gonna go pick Helena up now. Really excited, but yeah, it should be fun. We're gonna probably use this while we're awake, try and use the diesel heater while we're asleep, and hopefully it can stay warm enough in here to not need to use the sleeping bags. That's the goal. And then maybe tomorrow we're gonna try cooking on top of here, see how that goes. But yeah, I'm excited. Should be a lot of fun. We've got her. Time to walk in the dark to the island. You excited? No?
No, I can't say that. Redo. It's so dark. The snow is like so deep. That's pretty buried. It's creepy.
All right, we got the fire burning. It's what, 27 degrees or something in here? All right, we are doing a deep clean of the tent after the mouse was here. It's like 20, a little under 20 degrees in here. Fire's pumping. Hopefully, we stay nice and warm. All right, we're getting ready for bed. The fire's going, and it took us a while to clean the place, so we're tired. But tomorrow, time to chop down some trees, maybe. See you guys in the morning. We just woke up, got the fire going again, keeping us nice and warm. We'll see how it goes today. It is a change in the weather forecast. It's supposed to be raining all day today and all day tomorrow. So that'll be interesting to see because we don't really have rain gear. It was not supposed to be raining when we got here. My hands are getting cold.
What is this? You're leaving trash around the island.
No.
That looks like a lot of log.
But what I'm thinking now is because this is already getting like, it's not that high, but it's too high, you know? I'm going to lift these logs up onto here and use this other log as the back, and this is the front. So then they can just rest on here, and I don't have to get them all the way up top, you know?
Why doesn't it matter if it's too high?
Because it's hard to lift them.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, it's just really hard for me to get more and more up there. It gets way, way more difficult. And since this log is already right here, it's like already lifting them off the ground. So if I lift this nose of these up onto this, I should be perfectly good to go. And I have more logs.
Are you gonna cut down a tree now, or?
I think I'm gonna move these logs into position first, because if I can just make sure everything is off the ground and in its place before I start felling, I think that's gonna be a good idea.
Yeah.
Ugh. Alright, so the plan now is to lift up these tips onto here. So
Oh my god.
On purpose. These will be supported in the middle so they don't turn into bananas. But I'm gonna rotate these back over to this side.
Is that the real you?
Okay.
I didn't know that was the real you. I have strong knees. Ow!
Could you come here and try and hold this one?
There?
Yeah. Thank you. Awesome. Look how much smaller it is now. Isn't this
The
way
pile?
tinier than before?
Yeah.
And this is gonna be perfect because now we can get a whole bunch more of these thick logs along the bottom, and I can keep putting the skinny ones on top because I can actually move these ones. If only I could think from the beginning. Now the other two trees, I have to get those lifted off the ground, kind of like this one, so they can dry out because they're just on the snow right now. Let's go.
I'm cold.
You're cold?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Let's go put a rain jacket on you.
It's too late, isn't it?
All right, we just changed into our rain gear since it's really starting to rain. This is all we have. It's like leftover ones from the summertime. They were luckily still just chilling in my like big bag that I always bring, but it has a whole bunch of sap on it.
Do you think that the island looks way different with the amount of trees that have been cut down so far? Because it's 12.
No.
No, you think it looks the same?
Yeah.
Like, could you tell any difference?
Not really. Only in the drone shots.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's true. Like, I feel like in the drone shots, you can really see that there's a difference, but when you're just like walking around, I feel like I could, like, if I didn't see the stumps, like, I wouldn't be able to tell. All right, this one's going to be like perfect because there's these two stumps right here. I think I can just lift it up onto each of these and should be looking good. The other one, it has the stump that it felled it from, but this tree is really big and it's really heavy. So I don't know if I'm able to get it up there. I might just have to figure out something to put underneath.
Oh, my bananas.
I just really don't want it to fall this way.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
What?
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know. I am struggling to lift those. And I don't want to push my body too hard, especially with the trip coming up. That would be bad. I'm just useless. Helena had the
What?
genius idea to do what we did for the deck. And that was, like, those logs were too heavy for me to lift up too, so we had this, like, hand puller go underneath the log and, like, slowly lift it up. And then it made it a lot easier to move around. I know.
Should I help? What's up?
Let's move. Let's go. Logs. Once it's high enough, you're gonna push it forward, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Push. Push. All right, let's try again.
Is that even close?
Yeah. Three, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we got the log up, but now there's a new problem. The hand puller has decided to break. I can't get it to go down. The little spring that you like push down onto is like moving out of the way, so I can't get it to start going backward. And the hand thing, it's so tight I can't get it with my hand. So yeah, maybe this log will just be floating like this because I can't get it down. And I think if I like chainsaw the rope or something, which is the only other thing I can think of doing, it's gonna go down so fast it's just gonna drop the log and all the stuff we did. Trying to cook up some food, get lunch in, late lunch. It is so hard being out there when it's wet and cold. It's definitely the worst combo. When it was negative 18 degrees, that was so much easier than just being 1-2 degrees with rain. It's just the worst.
just had some food. I think we're gonna have a little change of plans. Originally we were gonna stay tomorrow as well, but the weather is changing and it is gonna be raining and the wind is also picking up. Like even now it has gotten much windier and it's supposed to get even windier tomorrow, and I just don't want to be felling trees in the wind. So my goal is going to be to just right now finish harvesting mini cabin logs from the trees we felled, and then I am gonna get them into the pile, and after that we're probably gonna head home. Okay, well this is almost all of the mini cabin logs. I still have the ones from over there, but I'm gonna grab those in a second. We actually have a phone call I gotta hop on. But yeah, this trip was a good one. I'm happy with 5 trees going down. One of the other things that I feel like is an underrated accomplishment is getting this new drying spot set up, because getting logs up onto this one was getting so hard. It's gonna be so much easier being able to slide them onto that with the trees coming from up there and from the other side. So really happy about this, and the way I'm stacking them I think is gonna be a big difference maker when it comes to being able to do this quickly. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the tent. We're gonna get on a call, and then I'm gonna come back out, grab the rest of the logs, put them into the pile. We're gonna have a lot of mini cabin logs, as you can probably tell. So I'm really excited about that. Should be able to get these going. Hopefully I can debark these if I start sharpening stuff and do things. Like, these logs are pretty small. I'm hoping, because I really do want to get the mini cabin done pretty soon, especially if I can get 5 trees down every trip, and there's only 3 more until then. Got to figure out something to do in between while I'm waiting for the logs to dry and while I'm waiting for the ground to thaw out. But yeah, overall, this was a really good trip. Even when it's wet, gray, and gloomy, it's still beautiful out here. Still can't believe we have a little piece of this. It is absolutely insane. See you guys in Canada.
The drone shots are ugly.
I think they're cool. We're gonna show them real drone shots.
No, but we're not putting this one in.
We'll put it in the video.
It's ugly.
Yeah, but still, it's kind of cool. I think it's cool. It's like the island disappears into the fog.
I think getting stuff
What?
like to the island and from the island is the hardest.
What'd you say?
I said getting stuff to the island and from the island is probably the hardest.
Yeah.
It's like insane.
No, it is.
Like now that the car is parked here, the journey is like
Oh, it's so
50 times longer.
Yeah, it's so much longer.